Hey everyone, just wanted to make a quick update on how things are going in the indoor grow room. Uh, Nothing really too wild to show you, just how things are going. Couple neat things with some different trays I have that I scored for free. I'll go over that a little bit. Also, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize somebody that I've met through YouTube. He's a subscriber of mine, and I've recently subscribed to his channel. He's just getting started. I think it's gonna be pretty cool to follow and watch what he's doing. He's just like me. He's watching YouTube channels, trying to learn how to better, improve his growing techniques. And so if you get a chance to go check him out, his name's Pepe. I'll put a link in my description. Go watch his channel, like it, subscribe. Subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already. But with that, I'm gonna flip the camera around, show you some of what's going on. So as you can see, there's quite a bit going on in here. I am currently only at about half capacity. I haven't even set up lights yet for my lower shelves. But you can see I hid my printer down there. I put that piece of linoleum over the top so stuff can't get on it. That's just a temporary home for it. Same thing with like the scale, that's temporary. But these new trays I have, these are from a new customer that I just acquired that has a nice restaurant. I talked about him in another video when I was out delivering Microgreens. It's Ariana's restaurant. But this is what his seafood comes in. And they come with a lid. And they don't take them back. So he ends up with a ton of these little containers. And they worked out perfect for me for growing microgreens. I can fit 4 of them per shelf. They're nice and rugged. They don't last forever. I have had a couple that had some cracks in them, but for the most part, they're pretty rugged. They're a lot more rugged than these black containers, or trays, or whatever you want to call them. But so yeah, I've got a whole bunch of radish growing here. This is my mix, spicy mix I do. There's some crusts back there. There's some more mix. Back there, there's a clover, which is something I actually grew that when I very first started, and I haven't been growing it lately. But I'll probably start growing more of it because I still have a ton of the seed in it. It's actually growing much better now than it had when I had done it in the past. This is amaranth. And in the back there, I've got more of that mix. I grow a lot of the mix because I have a guy that takes a pound of that a week. More amaranth. More mix that's ready to harvest. Pea shoots that need to be watered. That's another thing I'm going to get to today. Hopefully this afternoon I'm going to hook up the water in here because walking these back and forth to a sink, all these trays to water them, is no fun. And trying to use a like a pump sprayer or whatever, I've done that in the past. That's just no fun either. So I'm hooking the hose up in here tonight. Some sunflower. I planted these dry like I do with the peas, except I don't cover them because they make a wicked mess if you try to cover them. Where the pea seed stays down and you only get the sprout. With sunflowers, the root goes down, but the seed hull still comes up. So if you try to cover these, everything comes up to the top. As you can see, just the seeds get dirty as it is. So these will get watered, top watered. I'll water them pretty good. Try to wash off the seed as much as I can. And then probably an hour or two after I've watered them, I'll start rubbing my hand over them and start trying to get the seed hulls off. Like I said, I planted these a lot lighter amount than I normally would, but I've also found that with my sunflower, if I plant them really heavy, I end up with a lot of them that didn't come up all the way, and it becomes a pain to harvest. So I'll just giving this a test to see if I plant them, further apart like this, less dense. Maybe they'll all grow to a nice quality sprout, and I'll have less waste. So here's some more radish, some, that's more of a mix. One thing with these trays that I'm learning that I messed up on is I try to get away with as little soil as I possibly can, because most of it you're just going to toss. The downside of doing that is that it dries up a lot quicker. And especially in here where I'm using the dehumidifier, it's been working really well. I've actually had to turn it up. I've got it set to 65% humidity now. And even at that, it dries everything up in here quick. So I'm going to have to add more soil to these. I'll probably go about twice as much soil as I was doing. And see how that goes. And now for the lights. I'll show you, I'll cut to a video that I did a couple days ago, a real short video. And it showed radish that was grown under these lights versus radish that was grown under T5s. So this is just one of the data points from my LED comparison to T5s or other lights. This radish here was grown under the LEDs, and you can see it looks pretty good. They didn't stretch too much, you know, they look alright. This radish here was grown under T5s, and you can see it might be hard to tell in the camera, but there is a slight difference, and the leaves are a little bit bigger on the ones that came out of the T5s. But I think I can drop the height of the LEDs a little bit lower and probably get a better result. So I think that's probably good enough. Yeah, the T5s are a little bit better. There's no doubt. You can definitely see they're a little bit better. But for the cost of the LEDs and how much they cost to run, I'm going to try lowering them down a little bit and just see if I can get the bigger growth I'm getting from the T5s. And they're working okay, but they're not good enough. This is stretching pretty good, but don't be fooled though. This actually dried up, and that's why they're falling over. It's not because they're stretching. But yeah, it's not. They're not low enough. So I'm not ready to give a real good review on these yet, just because I don't want to be saying they're not good enough when they're just too far away. And I've had people comment that I probably have them too far away. And I mentioned when I hooked these up originally that there's like a U channel at Home Depot I can buy that I'm going to cut to length, and I'll put the actual tape light in the U channel, and then I'll be able to set them down, you know, about as close as I can get them to the plants and see how that works. This was actually a nice little surprise for me today. This is a red garnet amaranth that was just uncovered about 20 minutes ago. And the reason that's a surprise is that when I moved everything in here from the greenhouse outside, I forgot these ones. And so these have been outside for a week or so with the lid, an upside down tray over them. And when I opened the tray, I was shocked to find that there's nothing wrong with them. They're a little bit taller than you might normally like, but they're going to straighten right up, and these will be beautiful. Here's some more amaranth. This amaranth, I do have a little bit of trouble with. There's this one little spot here where it's damping off, but for the most part it looks great. I'm sorry that I know that these lights make it really difficult. So yeah, that's about it for this this video. It's a little update here. If there's anything you guys would like to see, anything you want me to show you about what I do, go ahead and let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or dislike, or whatever, however you feel, but I really appreciate all the subscribers, and I enjoy sharing these videos with you guys. Definitely comment. I always engage in the comments. I enjoy speaking with you guys. People that are like-minded, have similar experiences as me, and go through the same things I do and have the questions I have. So that's about it. Have a nice weekend, guys.